It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
No. 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 I got this. No cheating. Yeah, well, I think if you buy aimbot, it is cheating. So. Yeah. There is. But I usually never talk, so I don't really. Yo. He's been like Cody Joey's a faggot. Holy.
On the return, they'll take over first down and 10 at their own 20.
Ooh, I already checked mine. Ooh. Yo, did you win? Yeah.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Maybe. I think so. I think I did.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And on now is the punter.
No more talking a lie. I do distracted when I talk a lie. No more talking.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7.
Set, ready, set.
Back to throw. Mendoza. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Come on, set.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. They'll get this out to Jeanty. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, it's Jeanty. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Touchdown! And Xavier Worthy from 19 yards away. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Trey Tucker. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown. Dante Thornton, 78 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Point after monster right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good for a first down. A gain of 12 results in a first down.
Mahomes now to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A gain of 14. Result is a first down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Quiddy Pay. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Running out of the gun here with Benson. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
First down 10 at their own 36.
Mendoza throwing to start the drive. Pass right side caught by Thornton. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. These two teams all tied after one.
At the 45-yard line.
Okay, right?
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Here, hut.
Up the middle. It's Genty. Still going inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ashton Genty, 55 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. His extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Visitors 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And they get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
10 black. Right. Ready?
Now Mendoza from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
At the 49-yard line.
Ready. Yellow. Go. 60 red. 60 red. Cut.
The run straight ahead with Genty. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 80 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Blue. 30. Ready.
Back to throw. Mendoza. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here we go. 10 cycles. 33. Yellow.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's to Bowers once again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obvious works for them.
On the give, Genty. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 10-yard line.
Set. Ready. Set.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards.
And now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
That's quickly out to Harrison. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 23-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A first down.
Straight ahead running. Here's Love. Now he's able to break to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Patrick going to change the play. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Attack! Hey, Sunday. Hero 15.
Now back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Ready, break. go. Set. Ready.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cochran. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Mendoza. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10.
Ready, set.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Bowers. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
45, white, steel, black. Set.
Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Here's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Love again. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mendoza now from the gun on third down. Open man is Thornton. He's got it. And all the way in for the touchdown. Dante Thornton, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. An audible here to get a new look. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
113 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, here's Genty. And some room to work. Touchdown! Ashton Genty. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
A gain of 16 yards.
Mahomes now to throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That's another first down.
On 1st down, here's Love. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
He was taken down at the
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception. Mahomes throwing on 4th.
And he's got it. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the fourth quarter. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
37-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Down. Watch out now. 50, 33. Yellow.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And getting this just shy of midfield and spotted at the 49. 181 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
45.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And Mahomes will do it himself. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One final try for Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often